Hey, yeah. So today we're going to talk for a few minutes on the thought, what if you could transform deep, deep-seated pain points into lasting change? In the world of personal change, when it comes to healing, one of the principles that stands out as very important and crucial is the avoidance of pain. And the avoidance of pain is usually a far greater motivator than the pursuit of pleasure. And so when you stop to think about it, this truth has some pretty powerful implications in the way we work with and address those pain points. And those pain points can create faster change for you and lasting change in ways that other approaches may not. So when someone comes to see me for help, they're usually facing some deep, persistent issues: stress, anxiety, limiting beliefs, past trauma that continue to impact their lives. And these pain points that they have there are rooted many times in physical discomfort, sometimes in emotional strain, or it may be subconscious blocks. But whatever they're facing, these pain points are what drive you to seek help. And with the clients and the different tools that I use to help them address these pain points, hypnotherapy being one of them, it uses the power of the mind to not only reduce these pain points, but to rewire the underlying beliefs and the emotions that are associated with them. So when you're focusing on these pain points, the tools that we use are more effective. You seek out change and help and healing, not just because you want to feel better, but because you want to stop feeling a certain way. You want to stop feeling that pain and that discomfort, whether it's mental or physical. And a lot of times, that stop feeling of pain is one of the greatest motivators. And so when I work with a client, we use that to leverage this feeling, this stopping the discomfort. And we look into that and allow you to release it and let it go. And by working on this subconscious level, we can make those profound changes, those shifts that turn even the most ingrained pain points into a catalyst for change and personal growth. Think about it this way: you've been experiencing chronic stress every time you're in a social situation. In the conscious world, you may try to cope by avoiding events or using temporary distractions, but these approaches don't always address that root cause of your discomfort. So we get in and work with that subconscious mind, that unconscious mind, where that discomfort is stored, and we address it directly. And so we identify these pain points. And by identifying these pain points, that's the key to unlocking that change and transformation. So I work with my clients and we dig deep and discover these places where that pain resides. And it involves some introspection. It has a lot of conversation that takes place in that, and some honesty about what may be causing these deep levels of discomfort and these common pain points. And a lot of the clients that I work with, they're fairly common. Usually fear and anxiety is a pain point that we work with. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or general anxiety about certain life situations. Many of the people that I work with have limiting beliefs that have been placed on them either by themselves or by someone else. Thoughts like, I can't succeed, I'll never be happy, I don't deserve happiness. Or self-sabotage, these patterns that keep you from achieving goals, things like procrastination or self-doubt or lack of confidence that when things start going your way and then all of a sudden something creeps in and just uh, sets you back. Or maybe it's a pain point of unresolved trauma or grief, past experiences that continue to affect your present thoughts and emotions, or some negative relationship patterns. Having difficulty trusting other people, or a fear of abandonment. Those are a lot of the common pain points that we see and deal with. And once these places are identified, then the tools that I work with in helping my clients get over that and release that work directly with that unconscious mind in order to reframe the meanings attached to those pain points, and they allow for genuine, lasting change. And so with hypnotherapy, which is one of the tools that I use for these clients, we're not just masking the pain. We're not just treating the symptoms, we're not just offering temporary relief, but we're targeting that unconscious mind and those associations that it have there that's causing this pain in the first place. And so we get in under the hood and we find what the issue is. And we start with empathy and awareness. We find that pain point, and then we create this safe, non-judgmental space where you'll feel understood, you'll feel acknowledged. You're not crazy, you're not one of the biggest problem clients that has ever come into the office. And when we spend time together, you'll realize that with this time together, you'll feel acknowledged, and you'll see that it's easier to access and to confront these deep-seated issues. So an example, recognizing the source of your anxiety may have come from a childhood experience, and that can open a door to your healing. Then we highlight the pain's source and consequence. So by bringing that unconscious mind, those beliefs and memories to light, we can make you aware of how these pain points have shaped your behavior, your emotions. The goal is to help you see how, say, maybe an old memory or a limiting belief has been creating these obstacles in your life and causing you to hold back and avoid risk or doubt yourself. And then once we identify these and we see these pain points, then we present you with new perspectives. Through guided suggestions and visualization, I can allow my clients to see alternative ways of thinking and being, ways that they may have not been aware of before. I mean, if you've been carrying a belief around with you that you're not worthy of success, once we get into that unconscious realm, we can reframe that belief so that you recognize your value and worth and abilities. And then we allow you to release and let go and then reinforce. It's not just about identifying your pain points, but it's learning how to release them and let them go. And once that root cause of that pain is identified and reframed, then we reinforce positive, empowering beliefs that replace those old limiting. And that's what creates that lasting change. By repeating and reinforcing these new beliefs, your unconscious mind begins to integrate them as truth. And then we activate long-term action and growth. After addressing these pain points and transforming these negative beliefs, we help you maintain your progress by reinforcing those positive behavior patterns. With each session, your new mindset and belief becomes stronger. It makes it easier for you to respond to life from a place of strength rather than a place of fear or limitation. So the power of these points, the power of these pain points in your personal transformation is when you focus on these pain points, it taps into your deepest motivation for change. And it's not just about feeling good in the moment, but it's about transforming how you respond to your triggers, breaking free from those old patterns, and building a foundation of resilience and self empowerment. These pain points often bring you to the point where you're finally ready to make the shift. And with the tools that I give you, they can be the catalyst that enables you to make that shift, creating that lasting change that feels real. So maybe you've been plagued with issues for years, that you're ready to change, and you're ready for this lasting change. And so by spending some time together, addressing your struggles, addressing them with empathy, accessing those root causes of your pain, and reinforcing your empowering beliefs, these tools not just alleviate the symptoms, but they go beyond and help you to rewrite that inner script, to create a life free from pain that once held you back. So when we spend some time together, it's time that will allow you to get inside and learn more about yourself, getting into that unconscious mind, understanding, reframing these pain points, and reinforcing some positive beliefs. These tools can help you make this lasting change that you've been searching for. So the next time that you're faced with a challenge, consider approaching it with curiosity, with willingness to explore its roots. And through tools that we can offer, we can help you transform those pain points into opportunities of growth, discovering a new sense of self-empowerment, and step confidently into a future free from limitations of the past.